As students transition from elementary to middle school and then middle to high school, there are many exciting changes and challenges, physically, emotionally, and academically. This can be stressful for students and parents. It can be a tough time, and families can often use all of the advice they can get. We are here today with Jacquelyn Thrower, school counselor from Bailey Bridge Middle School, and Sharon Porter, school counselor from Tomahawk Creek Middle School, to talk about some of these unique challenges and find ways that we can help support our students. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So, your child's getting ready to go off to middle school from elementary and to leave that nice little elementary school world, and there's tons of stress and anxiety. What could you say, or what would you say to parents of rising sixth graders to kind of help put them at ease and give them some advice?
I'm going to say it's okay. We will take good care of them in middle school. Our teachers are fantastic at helping broach that transition between the small world of elementary and the larger world of middle. But overall, it's relaxed. It's just school. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay.
And what about you, Sharon?
I would agree with that, and I'd also like to add that all of the middle schools work very closely with our elementary feeder schools. The fifth grade teachers are very aware at what skills and things your children need in order to be successful in middle school. We talk to them regularly. We're over at the elementary schools, usually in February, talking to the children about middle school, about their classes and the changes they can expect when they get to us. So the children are well prepared.
Usually more so than the parents, I
Yes,
think. They're
absolutely.
less nervous. So a lot of middle schools, though, do offer a sixth grade transition camp or middle school readiness camp. Typically, if my school offers one of those, what would I expect to see in that?
That's a great question. At Tomahawk Creek, we do offer a camp. It's called Camp Timberwolf. There are 4 different sessions. It's a week-long, half-day camp. I would say about 92% of our rising sixth graders attended the camp last year, and it is very helpful. Your child will have no anxiety if they attend camp, because we spend a lot of time doing team building exercises, getting to know the key adults in the building, doing scavenger hunts to get the children to be familiar with the building and the locations of different rooms and important places. And most importantly, at Tomahawk Creek, we have 7 different feeder elementary schools coming into us. So that's really a great opportunity for your child to meet the students that they're going to be in school with for the next 3 years.
And so, Jacquelyn, would you say the similar?
I have to second everything she said. In addition, one of the largest concerns with our elementary folks coming up is those lockers. So we work on locker races, and they get to open up the combination and figure it out, and they have fun races. Definitely, it's who the key people are in the building, where things are located in the building. In addition, all of the middle schools invite our parents for a night in February to discuss all the different options there are when it comes to middle school. That's a time when they can come and tour the building in the evening with their child as well.
So if I want to get plugged in to know if my child's middle school has a program, should I just reach out to the school they'll be attending next year?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Either give the school a call or check our websites. All the information is also on our school websites.
Wonderful. So let's say they all make it to 6th grade, and then we hit 7th grade, and there are some unique changes that happen for our 7th graders. Talk to me a little bit about how that looks different than 6th grade and things that I can do to kind of make sure that my child gets the support they need.
Absolutely. These 7th graders are the middle of the middle, which has very unique qualities from home and at school. So developmentally, they're changing. They're in a state of rebellion, and we do our best to make sure that our kids are transitioning and making sure that they're making the most out of their education. Working within, some people may think that it's time to loosen those reins, and it may not be. Their child may develop a little bit later, so you can loosen the reins, but don't forget you have to keep on doing what you need to do to parent them and be communicating with the teachers and with our faculty.
So if there's some community resources out there, so like a class, anything that you could suggest that maybe I could plug into if I needed a little bit of extra help?
Absolutely. Chesterfield Mental Health offers a wonderful program in the summer for parenting skills and opening communication and understanding your middle school child. There's that resource, and there's resources at our schools. There's someone staffed in the schools all 12 months during the summer months, and we're happy to speak to parents that have questions or need referral information also.
And if I'm going through that with my own child, and I think it's something that's a little bit more than just a typical transition, who would you suggest I reach out to?
Either your child's pediatrician or your child's school counselor. Both of us have a lot of resources that we can offer you.
And then Chesterfield Mental Health too, do they have, can I contact them?
Absolutely, yes.
Wonderful. And then 8th grade, so we're almost getting ready to transition out of middle school into high school, and that's kind of scary too. But some of the things, with a rising 8th grader, you need to know about specialty centers. That happens pretty early in the year, doesn't it?
It does. I think the specialty center fairs are going to be the 2nd and the 4th of October this year. So that's early on. The school counselors at all the middle schools will be going in prior to those fairs beginning to give our 8th grade students information about the different schools and programs. And the fair has a wonderful, yields them a wonderful opportunity to visit with people from each of those centers and get general information. And then from there, they can visit the individual school sites on the open house evenings.
So the application process starts then early in the fall.
Early October, yes. And it goes throughout the rest of the year, it seems like.
So I need to be on top of it as a parent.
Yeah.
And then transitioning into high school, is there anything that you can suggest, just kind of, as you make it through those 3 years, things that you can do to best arm your child?
There's a lot of choice when it comes to academics, for all different levels of academics. So working with your child's school counselor, we typically have our high schools come down and they visit us and they visit the kids and they work on their program plans for the future. Our teachers are well aware of levels and what would be the best placement for your child. But again, opening those lines of communication and asking questions, being able to go to the website. Our websites are all really well informed, so making sure to check that.
Wonderful.
And be sure we take advantage of the opportunities, the open houses, the parent information nights. Those are all really good information on what you can expect when you do get to high school.
And I think that the important thing too is to just have your eyes open looking for them, because a lot of times that information doesn't always get home. So just knowing where to check for that, I think is helpful too.
And then the high schools have transition camps too. So they'll invite their rising 9th graders in over the summer like we do our rising 6th graders.
It is exciting though, with so many opportunities in Chesterfield County for our students. Thank you so much both for what you do and for sharing some of your time and expertise today with us. And thank you for joining us on Engage Chesterfield.